I like the original music. That's pretty good. But the hate to burst your bubble.
What?
But
I thought I'd add a little flair to it. I spent all week writing that. I put
oh,
a
you
lot of
did?
effort in.
Oh, it sounds like you came up with that on the fly.
No, me? I put work into what I do, Trent. A lot of effort. A
A
lot
for
of
effort.
effort and thoughts and processes.
Absolutely.
You know.
And hold on. Oh, I just saw a thing. Texas and the Rays are tied 2-2 going into the top of the ninth inning. So hopefully one of my Tampa Bay teams can win
Well,
tonight.
maybe the Rays can salvage the night for you.
I hope, because I don't want to go 0-2.
Yeah, that's always a rough night. That's always a rough
Yeah.
night. All right, Super Radio Brothers Sports. What are we talking about here, Trent?
Well, let's finish off the Lightning talk. The Lightning and Rangers. You're a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
I want to. You only watched maybe a half of a hockey game during the regular season, but when the playoffs got underway, you got into it, and that's a good thing. That's a playoff hockey.
Rangers being good gets me into it for sure.
Yeah, playoff hockey is definitely a lot better than the regular season.
Yeah.
But the Lightning ended up losing the game 1 6-2. But let me just tell you about the outlook of this series first. And I know it's we're through only game 1. Game 2 is going to be Friday night, and of course game 3 is on Sunday at Amalie Arena, and vice versa. You know the schedule.
Yeah.
But if not, you can look it up. But the Lightning lost that game, and look, coming into this game, they had 9 days off. They hadn't played a hockey game since I was there last, actually, May 23rd, when they played the Florida Panthers, and they ended up winning them in a shutout 2-0, and ended up beating them. But look, the rest was good for the Lightning to get some injured players back, but also, like we saw a little bit tonight in this particular game, it can hurt you a little bit. And the Rangers have been playing well. They won that series. They won a dominating game over the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 7. Ironically, Rich, by the same score. I believe they beat the Hurricanes by a 6-2 count.
That's right.
And they beat the Lightning by a 6-2 count tonight too. So their magic number has been 6 as of the past 2 games. The Rangers.
Yep.
Even though the Lightning have the playoff experience, the fact that the Rangers have momentum, this could have been a good thing for them as well, because and it definitely was, because whenever you're hot, you don't want anything to stop your momentum. You want to be on the ice and continue your hot streak as long as you can, and that's what the Rangers did. We have a couple of 50-goal scorers that we're dealing about, one of which is Chris Kreider. Kreider scored the goal about 30 seconds into the contest to give New York a 1-0 lead. Then Steven Stamkos came back to take it at 1. And then it was kind of a seesaw game after that. Every time New York would score, Tampa Bay would bounce back. And then from there, the Lightning just had trouble getting in their own zone. Just were careless with the puck at times. Couldn't take advantage of the power play. Vasilevsky had a tough night, and considering, people have to realize that it's okay for Andrei Vasilevsky to have tough nights every now and then, because 90% of the time he's on his game and he's standing on his head, making sure the shots don't go in the net for the opposing team. So, look, as long as they get it out of their system tonight, which I hope they did, they're going to be fine, and it's okay for teams to have games like this. And people are wondering, if you're a Lightning fan, are you worried? No, I'm not, because they've been in this situation. The Lightning don't lose back-to-back games. They haven't lost back-to-back games very often, especially in the postseason. So the odds tell me that they'll be back on track game 2, and like that brawl. Rich will be able to tell you more about that brawl that happened at the end of the game. That brawl, I think, sent a message to the Rangers from the Tampa Bay Lightning saying, "Don't mess with us."
Yeah, it could be. You see that happen a lot at the end of these games in the NHL, these playoff games, where hey, there's a little frustration. You get out there, you take it out on the other team, and you come back ready to play in the next game. And this was a little more. Both those teams were going at it at the end of the game. And, a couple of things. If you're the Rangers, of course, you want to win game 1 at home. That's you're getting it done that way. And now you get a little greedy, and you want to take game 2 at home too. And as you said, Lightning aren't used to losing 2 games in a row during the playoffs. Heck, you could say Lightning aren't used to losing. They just came off of sweeping a Florida Panther team that was the #1 team in the NHL this past year. They didn't lose one game to that team, and they come out here against the Rangers and they lose a game. So when you're the Rangers and you're facing a team like that that's just coming off of a series sweep against the supposed best team in the NHL, you got to feel good about taking game one at home, but not just doing that in the fashion you did. You win the game going away 6-2. You were ahead the entire game. The Lightning had the equalizer a couple of times. It was 1-0, then 1-1, 2-1, then 2-2, and then the Rangers scored 4 unanswered goals. You look at the stats. Lightning had 39 shots on goal. Rangers 34. Pretty even there. Rangers were able to capitalize on the power play, 1-2. Actually, and the Lightning had more power plays than the Rangers. They were just 0 for 4. So the opportunities were there. I think where the Rangers really dominated and changed the game were on the face-off. They won 33 face-offs. They were able to control the puck, keep it in the Lightning zone, keep the pressure going. So those face-offs really kept the puck out of the Lightning's hands, and that's why I think they only had 39 shots on goal there, and I think it made a big difference. And I think Shesterkin was really good after that second save. He had a couple of sequences where he stood on his head and made some saves that maybe for this game ripped the heart out of the Lightning, because they felt like they should have had an equalizer there. It should have been 3-3. But hey, again, it's only the first game. You're facing a championship team. But another thing about the Rangers too is just the way they've gotten here, which makes you think about this team. They were down 3-1 in the first round, down 3-2 in the second round. They're 5-0 in elimination games so far this postseason. They are a hard team to beat with their backs against the wall. They have the goalie a lot of people consider to be the best goalie in the sport this year. Of course, they're Vasilevsky is one of the best too. So, but Rangers have the feel of a team that has something special going on right now. So we'll see what happens, but that's an encouraging first game against the world champs for the New York Rangers. 6-2 victory.